As important as it is to be locked in and to focus on the thing that you're doing when you need to do it, sometimes it's also quite important to just fuck off and do nothing. And today was one of those days where I completely fucked off and basically did nothing. And I mean, I still had to make a few videos and do shit like that. But other than that, I was just sleeping all day long, watching TV, eating all sorts of junk. Well, actually, not only junk. So the good thing about today is I finally promised myself that I'm going to be a reasonably human being. And I was. I actually ate like a very good meal for dinner, which was basically like salmon and potatoes. So that was amazing, and it actually made me feel good afterwards because normally when I would eat like the main dish of the day when it is a cheat day, I would normally eat all sorts of junk, so like pizza and stuff like that. And this time I didn't. This time I cooked the meal by myself, and it was so much better. So I actually need to force myself, and I need to get used to eating proper food because I feel like that is like a much better approach than like ordering DoorDash and getting all sorts of junk. And then obviously afterwards I kind of sprinkled it with a lot of sweets like cookies, ice cream, bananas, rice cakes and shit like that. But it was actually really nice. I feel like this is probably the way that I'm going to be doing fuck off cheat days now because I don't feel like trash. I actually feel quite solid, and I feel like tomorrow the gym performance is going to be amazing. I'm going to get amazing pumps because I'm going to be all carbed up. And also, the majority of the food that I ate is like good carbs and good protein, so should be a very good thing. But yeah, other than that, I basically did nothing today, just relaxing, sitting around, watching TV, and just kind of minding my own business. And it's nice because I do feel bad when I have these days, and sometimes I feel like I shouldn't have them at all. And it's kind of difficult for me to slow down in these kind of days, and I feel like I'm not doing the stuff that I should be doing. But that is also kind of like the point. That is also kind of like why you should have these sorts of days because it is very easy to run yourself down into the ground when you're like hyper focused and hyper locked in. And for some people, that's never going to be the case. Like some of you assholes are pretending to be locked in, but you're really not. Like you're actually doing like fuck nothing. And then there are people that are also probably legitimately locked in. But for me, in my opinion, I'm quite locked in, as arrogant as it sounds. So on a day-to-day basis, I don't really do a lot of nonsense. My day is basically like constant movement, starting from the point where I get up, then I have to go to the office and do some work. Then afterwards, I have to come home, eat. Then I go to the gym. Then I come back home, eat again. Then I go running. And then it's basically the night time. I need to do my night routine and basically go to bed. So my days go past very quickly. And I don't really have much time to do anything else. And I've kind of overloaded my day with the thing that I feel like I should be doing. So there's basically no spare time. So these sorts of days where there's all the spare time you might need and all the spare time you might imagine, where you're just sleeping all day long and eating, are good. It's kind of like a restart. And it's kind of something that gives you a little bit of balance and gives you also something to look forward to. Because now, well, I have this day now, and I was looking forward to this day for the whole week. And now for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to be once again looking forward to the next day where I get to do this and where I get to fuck off. So that kind of keeps me going as well, because if there would be only misery and if there would be only work, then it's not really worth it. Then like, what is it that you're even like aiming for? Like, if you don't get to like relax ever, then what's the point? So yeah, relaxation should be something that is very rare and it is earned, but from time to time you also need to do bullshit. You can't only do the right thing, because then eventually you're going to crash out, and then eventually you're going to be doing only the wrong thing. And I used to be like this, where I had no balance, where I wasn't able to integrate like one single day of me just not doing anything into my schedule. So I would just do everything that I need to do for like extended periods of time. Then I would get tired, I would crash out, and afterwards I would do fuck nothing for like a week or more straight as well. And that is not a good way to live. That is not a balanced way to live, and you're never really going to be moving forward, because you are going to be losing your momentum if you are going to be performing in this sort of a way, because you are going to gain a little bit of momentum by doing the right things, let's say for a week, or let's say for even 2 weeks straight. and then afterwards you're going to start doing bullshit for several days in a row, and that is 100% going to throw you off. For me, I get thrown off by like a single day of doing bullshit at times, but normally I can get over like a single day of doing bullshit and it's not that bad. But even with like a single day, it's like a 50-50 thing. I might struggle a little bit during the next couple of days, or maybe it's going to be fine. I am going to be able to get over it in all the cases anyways, but it is still under question if it's going to be easy or if it's going to be hard. But then if I imagine doing like 5 days in a row where I just eat everything, do nothing, and just basically sleep, yeah, that is going to be a recipe for disaster. That is not going to go well. But yeah, that is my approach when it comes to resting, and this is the way that I feel like people should rest and the way that people should balance it. And so far for me, it's actually working quite well. This is much more pleasant than the previous 3-day binge of me eating, and I am enjoying this much more than the previous time I had off and the previous time I had to eat stuff and to relax. Okay, well, I guess nothing more to say for today. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.